good morning, everybody. Welcome to Bull City Hangout 612. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, this Durham's online community paper. And with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today, this weekend, here in Durham. And I invite you to click on that button right there on the Facebook side, because this is on YouTube and also Twitter. I'm saying button, but I really mean link. So just click on it, join me on camera, promote, share information, whatever. So I'm going to start out with the, the cover story of the current Durham Skywriter, which is the very popular 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 handy hints that I gathered. You can add to it to send me your favorite 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 handy hint, and I'll be sure to post it and also add your name, give you credit. Let me just read one of them. Let's see. So if you have spotted ants in your kitchen, look around and try to figure out what's attracting them. You might have to move items like sugar, pastas, cereal, flour, etc. into airtight containers instead of just those little bags that are half opened. You know what I'm talking about. So also wipe down your counters, tables, and other surfaces, including the floor, with full strength white vinegar. That will remove the scent that ants leave behind for the other ants, because you also notice if they travel in a straight line. Okay. Follow up with a cool water rinse. Then place things that repel ants with their odors, such as cinnamon, black pepper, red chili powder, and bay leaves at points of entry. There you go. So send me your favorite handy 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 handy hint, and then I'd be happy to add it to the page. Okay, let's go to another page. Let's go to the word page. That's nonprofit and government information. Let's see. Let's talk about Book Harvest, the Book Harvest Rapid Response Center, and that's where there's a bunch of books outside, neatly arranged on shelves outside the Book Harvest, which is on University Drive. That's where Highway 15501 begins. So don't let your kids suffer from what I think they call it summer slide. I think that's what they call it. But that's where kids who don't read at all during the summer lose about 2 or 3 months of knowledge because they're just not reading. So anyway, your kid can take home a couple of books for free, just pick them out. And also there's something called Grab and Go, which is where you can pick up a bunch of books for your, like if you have a summer program or whatever. I'll tell you about that later, because I do need to call them and get the details on that. That's usually once per month. So I need to find out what the June date is. But anyway, you can take your kids to the Book Harvest and just go through the books and choose some and take them home. All righty. I'm not going to list them all, but there are some city and county programs that you can read about at your convenience. Actually, I do want to mention that there are still lots of job openings with the city, including job openings with Durham Parks and Recreation. For example, they're looking for lifeguards and other people who can work with young folks and the general population. So the city also has a water hardship fund if you've fallen behind in your water bill. And of course, we've all been looking forward to the Durham Emergency Rental Assistance Program, where the city and county join together to help people with their rent and utilities for up to a year, and actually 15 months if you're in really, really dire need of help because of COVID affecting your job. All righty, let's see. Speaking of summer slide, let me just remind you that the Durham County libraries are all open except for the main library. Well, the main library is open for pickup only, but we can actually venture inside all of the other libraries for up to 1 hour at a time, go through the stacks, check out books, CDs, DVDs. So the hours today, let's see, it's Saturday. So they just opened. So from 10 until 2 on Saturdays, and then they won't be open again until Tuesday. So Tuesday, 2 to 6, with, again, today, 10 to 2, and then Tuesday and Wednesday, 2 to 6. Read about that on the word page. All right. The Ellerby Creek Watershed Association. I was really hoping, they were kind of excited when I told them about this show, but maybe they just couldn't find someone who could spare the time to come on Bull City Hangout. But I will let you know that the Beaver Queen pageant continues. Today is the last day. They're going to have the final coronation. And of course, they capitalize the letters and, Corona, because they're clever like that. So you can still go back and watch the talent segment, which aired last Saturday. So in case you don't know what the Beaver Queen pageant is, basically it's a fundraiser for the Ellerbe Creek Watershed Association, but it's just a super fun event. It's silly and it's fun. Just check it out. Just check out the link that I have on the Let's Go page and also the Word page. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's just so fun. Oh, do I have the time for the coronation? Let's see. It's probably going to be at 6 because it was 6 last week, but I'll check on that. All right, let's go to the To Your Health page. Let's see. I do have the COVID test and vaccine updates, including the fact that during the week, on weekdays, you can just stroll into the Durham County Department of Public Health on Main Street and get vaccinated from 9 to 4 and 9 to 6 on Tuesdays. Now, let's see, the Lincoln, where is it? Lincoln Community Health Center. Yes, they have the same thing. 1301 Fayetteville Street, weekdays only, where you can just stroll in between 9 and 11 in the morning and 1 and 4 in the afternoon and just get vaccinated. It's that easy. You don't need an appointment. You don't need an ID card. Just go. Now, there's going to be 2 pop-up clinics today. Let's see. Okay, you only have an hour to get to this one. The Markham Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, they're having the vaccine. They have Pfizer, so that's for age 12 and up, and also Johnson & Johnson for age 18 and up. Let's see. And it says walk-ins accepted. So if you can get in there before 11, they might be able to take you on, give you that vaccine. Let's see. Now, the one at Hillside, I think that's appointments only. I'm still going to announce it because you might have made an appointment and it might have slipped your mind. But at Hillside High School, starting just a few minutes ago, lasting until 2 o'clock, they're going to have the COVID-19 vaccine pop-up clinic. And this is with the Durham County Department of Public Health, along with War for Life, the Community Health Coalition, Chapel Hill Pediatrics, African American COVID Task Force, Latin 19, Durham Public Schools, and the Durham Academy of Medicine, Dentistry, and Pharmacy. I like for them to get the credit. Also, the streetery, that's this evening, I can't talk. Actually, this afternoon, the streetery is downtown, around the Main and Chapel Hill Street area. They always choose, they being Downtown Durham Inc., they choose an area of downtown to kind of shut down to encourage people to eat and shop and just visit and enjoy downtown. So they're going to have actually a pop-up clinic at the streetery. And the hours are going to be, let's see, from 12:30 until 4:30. Again, at the streetery downtown. They're going to have Pfizer. So that's great because that's for age 12 and up. Okay. Let's see. They're also going to have Johnson & Johnson. Okay, that's the one time. Some people are telling me that folks are skipping the second dose when it comes to the Pfizer and Moderna. Don't do that, please. And if you plan to just get one shot, then get the Johnson & Johnson because that's only one shot. Okay, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I'm just saying. Let's see where Optum Serve is today. They administer free COVID-19 tests, which I still feel are necessary because we are all out and about. So Durham County Department of Public Health, from noon until 7, drive-through available. Also, they're at El Centro Hispano, over there at the Lakewood Shopping Center by the Scrap Exchange. And that will be from noon until 6, drive-through available there too. Sundays, Public Health, downtown, noon until 7. Okay, there's a blood drive. Let's see. Let me scroll down to the blood drive. The Blood Connection, they have a blood drive. Let's see. From 10 until 3. at the Hope Valley Country Club at 3803 Dover Road. There you go. Now let's go to the sports page. Sport and Life. It's not too late, I hope, to sign up for the one-day baseball camp that will be held next Saturday. The PAL, one-day baseball camp. PAL is the Police Athletic League. This is like a way to get the Durham Police Department to meet the youngsters and, just show them that just to build community relations, basically. Okay, so the one-day baseball camp is going to be next Saturday from 9 until 11 in the morning at Hillside Park on Roxborough Street behind W.D. Hill. And this is where boys and girls ages 11 to 14 can work on their hitting, fielding, throwing, and gameplay, baseball and softball. So that should be really fun. Just bring your glove. Everything else is provided. All righty. It's also time to sign up for Bull City Futsal. They're going to have what they call academies for elementary school kids, middle school kids, and also high schoolers. And this will start on June 20th, which is a Saturday, I believe. Sunday. Okay, so Sunday, June 20th, they're going to have 6 skill sessions, which is great. And then once they learn their skills, then they're going to have 3 full games. And futsal is like a fast version of, like soccer isn't already fast, but futsal is on a smaller court as opposed to a field. And they use a smaller ball, and they have fewer players per side. And it's really a fast-paced game. It's really fun. I saw it only once at W.D. Hill, and it's really cool. All righty, let's see. Is that it? Oh, wait a minute. Durham softball. So they're in the spring championship phase. So tomorrow they're going to have a consolation game between South Durham Little League and Porch Durham. And then the championship games, now this is going to be tomorrow, Miracle League of the Triangle versus the North Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence, Trees Durham versus Vets to Vets United, and then the highest rated team, whoever wins versus the next highest. And then they will be the champions of Durham softball. The way it works is that people who want to play softball, they don't necessarily have to be pro level, just people who love to play. They volunteer for these different teams, and then they play. And it's actually a fundraiser for all of these different nonprofits. Really brilliant, brilliant program. So it is time to sign up for the Summer League. The games will start in August. And I think the players pay something like $60. Anyway, the fees go to the nonprofits as well. So it's time to sign up. So do that and let me know what team you join. All righty. Let's go to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page. The Durham Farmers Market ends at noon. They're in Durham Central Park, downtown. The Durham Craft Market, they're right across the street, also from 8 until noon. The South Durham Farmers Market, also until noon in the Greenwood Commons Shopping Center, that's south on Highway 55. And the Durham Art Market, they go until 1 o'clock. They're across the street from the Durham Farmers Market on, what is that street? On Hunt Street, between Foster and Rigsby. Let's see, Jules Outreach, they have Jules Feeding Friends. That's a grocery giveaway, and a great one, I must say. They just started, and that's until noon at the KIPP Charter School on Holloway Street. There you go. Also, I hope they don't mind people coming in late. If you missed this, Cub Scout Pack 108, they're hosting their open house for prospective scouts. It's happening just now, started at 10, lasts until noon at First Calvary Baptist Church on Moorhead Avenue. This is for young people ages 5 to 10. You can find out about their summer activities and summer programming. So I hope it's not too late to tiptoe in if you didn't know about that already. They're going to have the Emancipation Tour at Historic Stagville. That's on Old Oxford Road, starts at 11 o'clock and goes until 12:15. And it's a mostly outdoor tour. This is where you find out how the Black enslaved families celebrated, defended themselves, organized, and made plans for their future after liberation. And also you can find out how the white families tried to figure out how to keep their wealth and keep things going on the plantation. So the tickets are $2 for adults, $1 for young people and seniors. So again, that starts at 11 o'clock. And I must say the best feature of Stagville, well, I shouldn't say best, the most impressive feature of historic Stagville is what they call the barn, the giant historic barn, which was built by enslaved people. What's so exciting about it to me is that there's no nails, no bolts or screws. It's held together just by, I don't know, African genius. Now, some African actual people from Africa visited Stagville, and they looked up, because you can see the different, how the structure of the barn, and they looked up and they said, oh, they recognized the construction. I don't know the right terms, but basically what they did was to build a ship on land. They said that that's actually how they still build their ships. I think that's exciting and definitely worth the visit right there. So anyway, let me respect your time and go on. The Emancipation Tour, again, starts at 11 o'clock. Okay. Now, Leggett Enterprises was represented by Darby during yesterday's show, talking about Family and Friends Day at, and I love this name, the Greater Harvest Pentecostal Holy Bible Church of God. That was supposed to happen today from 11 until 4 with, DJ and games and music and food and stuff. But because of the weather forecast, they actually will only have tours of the church, because this was supposed to have been a fundraiser. They're rehabbing the church, and they're also starting up a preparatory academy for the young people, an after-school program. So for now, they're going to have tours of the church until 1 o'clock. You can just learn about what they're trying to do, and then they will have the official Family and Friends Day later, like next month. But they still invite you to come to the church and see what's happening. All righty, ICNA Relief and 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗖𝗓𝗪 𝗓𝗓, they're going to have the neighborhood food pantry giveaway, grocery giveaway. That's going to be from 2 until 4 this afternoon. And what happened to White Rock? It's okay. Let me just tell you, how weird. I put it on the praise page and forgot to put it on the Let's Go page. But White Rock Baptist Church on Faithful Street, they're giving away groceries today from 11 until 1. Wow. Let me go to the praise page and just make sure I have the hour right. So give me a second to check the praise page. This is so weird that I would forget that. Okay, let's go to the praise page. Let's see, we scroll down. Let's see, White Rock. There it is. Yes, 11 until 1. Okay, so sorry about that, White Rock, but I'm glad I remembered. Okay, back to the Let's Go page. Let's see. Now, this is kind of a new event, at least new to me. Oh, did I mention? Let me re-mention White Rock, 11 to 1, grocery giveaway. 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗓𝗪 𝗓𝗓, the one on Faithful Street only. They have 2 masjids, so the one on Faithful Street, that's going to be from 2 until 4. And then a new event, the Bull City Roundup and Suite 4. They're co-hosting the Food Truck Rodeo and Vendor Market. That's new. It's going to be today from 2 until 10. That's going to be on 506 East Ramsar Street. If you don't know where that is, that's off of like Pettigrew, where the railroad tracks are. So live music, food, shopping, local vendors, craftspeople. Yeah, so there you go. So check that out. I might have to slide by there and see what's happening. Also, Durham County Library, they're hosting an all-ages bilingual beginner sign language class, bilingual being English and Spanish, from 4 until 5:30. It's online, and you can learn sign language. That's cool. And I did mention the Beaver Queen pageant. It ends today with the final coronation. Now, tomorrow, there's one event I'd like to mention, the Black Farmers Market NC. They're hosting the Black Farmers Market. That's going to be at 930 Franklin Street. That might sound unfamiliar to you, but that's where the Golden Belt campus is. I think it's on the other side, not the front, but I think it's on the back end where the parking lot is. So that's going to be tomorrow from 1:30 to 4. All right, let's check the weather. It's 72 and cloudy right now. Going up to 75. It's going to be cloudy all day, and I'm just so happy. Starting tomorrow, it's going up to 86, and starting tomorrow, the sun will start poking out again. It's going to be partly sunny And I'm so happy because we've had like a cloudy week, just about all week. And I think next week it's going to be just about. See how they changed the weather report by the minute? Okay. So it looks like Tuesday and Wednesday thunderstorms. But besides that, we're going to have a sunny week all week. They're so sneaky how they change the weather forecast on us. It looks like our cook is waiting in the wings. Jessica Eustace. She's saying hello, hello, hello. Very happy to have you here. If you'd like to hop on, you can go to the Facebook side, go to Durham Skywriter if you'd like to click on the link and join me. And right now, let's bring on Guy, our cook. He's in Washington State. And let's see what the weather, I'm curious what the weather is in Washington. Guy, what's new?
Well, I was listening to NPR this morning, National Public Radio. The guy that works at the South Pole is live on TikTok, or not live, but he's doing TikTok streams about what's going on at the South Pole.
South Pole. Wow.
And speaking of weather, this is what created my TikTok account.
You're on TikTok.
The weather at the South Pole today is 98 degrees below zero.
That sounds impossible.
Well, get ready, brace yourself. With the wind chill, it's 128 degrees. Okay, so it's freezing cold. I mean, don't take a glass of water outside because it's going to freeze up. The guy says we have to really bundle up if we go outside. Why would you go outside when it's 98 degrees below zero? There's nothing. I mean, I wouldn't put money in the meter. I'd just get the ticket, you know?
Here's the thing. They're there for scientific research.
Yeah.
They have to go out.
But they have to have devices connected to the warm building they're inside, which is probably, 50 degrees. There'd be a heat wave in there.
Man.
So I created that TikTok account just so I could sign up. And it's, I think it's so new to me. I'm not real good with TikTok. I just started today.
I'm going to look for you. I've done 2 TikToks so far.
Amundsen South Pole is AMUNDSEN. I'll put the link in the chat.
Okay.
And that's how much I know.
Okay, and I'll add it. But
I've
done a couple of TikToks. Now, I don't know about you, but let me grab your link. Okay.
That's where I found it.
Okay. So I'm just going to type South Pole on TikTok.
Yeah. They just started doing it. Some guy that works down there at the South Pole. I mean, can you imagine even having internet access at the South Pole?
Yeah.
Who do you call? There must be a satellite feed or something. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know about you, Guy. Now I'm from Chicago, so I have experienced sub-zero temperatures.
Not 98 below. You have not experienced in Chicago.
Here's the thing, though.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though. I was in Chicago that fateful month that on weekdays, it was the weirdest, freakiest weather. During the day, it was 40 below zero. And on the weekends, it was 80 below zero.
Oh, my gosh. At daytime?
Yes.
Wow.
It was like this freakish. It was in the, I had to look it up. It was in the 1980s.
Because
I know I was working.
A few weeks ago.
And nobody went to work. I mean, it was just, it was impossible.
Nobody'd go anywhere. You couldn't start your car.
I mean, just trying to breathe, it would hurt.
Yeah. And sports. I don't have the link. I'd have to look for it. But an outfielder for the Los Angeles Dodgers made a shoestring catch, like right at
off the ground almost.
No, not off the ground. he caught it before
almost.
it hit the ground. So that was the first out. And then he, like a machine, he whipped around and threw the ball to home plate and got the guy at home plate too.
Whoa.
It was a double play. Like,
nice.
I mean, you'd never think the guy's going to catch it, right? So the guy that must have been on second or third,
the guy tagged up and just went for it.
Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to make a sacrifice fly score. He didn't make it.
But you know what? If I were the guy who got tagged out, I wouldn't have minded it, because that's like an incredible play.
Oh yeah. It's going to be in all the highlights. Never going to mention his name. The guy who got put out. It's not going to mention his name at all in the story. Yeah, it's going to just talk to
Jesse's here.
Hi, Jesse.
Mute myself. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. What's going on today?
A whole lot. I'm. You know what? I'm so glad the Durham Skywriters Let's Go calendar of events page is really growing, because the economy's opening up. People are putting on more events.
Yeah,
I'm just so happy.
The governor of California, they just said on NPR, the governor of California is going to take away all of the don't do it in California. So they're going to open open the movie theaters, and the whole works going to come back.
I don't know. I think a lot of people here, at least, are still going to wear masks for a while. After hearing about India, it's kind of hard to say everything's cool.
It's not cool in Chile either. The country of Chile.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they locked down the capital. Because they had such a surge in cases. They said, no, we're going to have to lock it down. Oh.
Hi, kitty. What's your kitty's name?
My kitty, who is blind. I just adopted him from the APS, and he had an eye infection when he was little, and so he doesn't have any eyes, but he's so sweet.
He's got lots of affection, though.
Yeah, he knows who to hug.
He knows how to get around my apartment now, and
really, I wonder,
Yeah, you don't want to rearrange the furniture now, Jesse, because he'll be really upset.
Yes, I know.
So what's his name?
His name is Prince.
Hi, Prince. Oh, he loves you.
He is really something else. He's great, but my dog Brutus is very jealous. So.
Oh, you have a dog too.
Yeah, so I the reason that I adopted Prince in the first place is because Prince is used to dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But is your dog used to cats? That's the question.
I wanted to.
We had a black cat years ago, and we called him Flash, because he got the name Flash because I opened the back door once, and the dogs tried to get in. And he went up the kitchen curtains in a flash. He was up on top, because that was the only place to get safe. So Flash just went up there, poof, and he was there. Ooh, he was a wild cat. When we adopted him from a friend of my mom's, she said, "Oh, I've got lots of kittens. Just go out in the backyard and get one." Oh. So that's how we came to have Flash. So
Prince is showing his butt.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's
go ahead. I'm sorry.
We moved, and we couldn't take Flash to the new dig. So mom and dad said, "Well, we'll take him." So he moved into mom and dad's house, but they already had 3 cats, so that was too much competition. So he went across the street, whooped the German Shepherd, and said, "I'm staying here." And he just moved in. Yeah, he just moved across the street.
He created his own home
and said, "That's my new crib." Yeah, you know how Sheldon does on The Big Bang Theory. Said, that's my spot. That was his spot. He just moved in.
Whoa. Okay. Props to him. Seriously. Wow. So what's happening, Jesse, in terms of this weekend? Anything planned?
Oh, well. Yeah, paying bills and getting more cat and dog food, errands. Yeah. It's big excitement. It is a big
the responsibilities of being a pet owner. You gotta do the dance now.
Yeah, and I also I have to take care of this damn human. That's me. And I do not like taking the dishes out of the dishwasher, and then I have a stack of dirty dishes in my sink. This woman irritates me.
Dishwasher.
Oh,
Irritates me. Okay,
yeah.
I get you. But it's my apartment. You have a house, lady.
Okay,
Are you competing?
Jesse, we moved to this house April 26th. Yesterday, the guy came and fixed the dishwasher. It's a Maytag brand dishwasher. And he kept saying, wow. And I said, what? Do you know how old this dishwasher is? No, I don't know, 20 years. He goes, it's 21 years old. He says, normally a dishwasher will last 6 to 10 years. That's the planned.
Lifespan.
So, lifespan. And I was just going, so does it still work? He says, oh yeah, you got another 2 or 3 years out of this, no sweat. I'm going, wow. How do they, the only thing I can think is they must have put it in and then never used it, and it just sat there.
Yeah, right? I don't use mine. Mine came with the house. I never use it. Yeah. In fact, I had my firewood in it.
You what?
My firewood. I store my firewood in my dishwasher.
You should call the Guinness Book. That might be a record. I'm thinking people in Durham that store firewood in the dishwasher, you might be the only one.
Hey. Well, when we were little kids, we lived in a neighborhood where people were striving, middle class, like striving, first time homeowners, and, some were showing off with nice cars and stuff. And my dad said, one of the neighbors said, hey, Murray, you got a dishwasher? And Pop said,
yeah, Pat,
I got 3 dishwashers.
Yeah, you were one of them.
Exactly.
Now, did you guys draw straws to see who washed and who dried, or do you?
We had a schedule. We had a schedule. We wrote things down. We had charts.
So you knew what day you were washer, what day you were dryer.
Like a family business.
Uh-huh.
Certain kid would wash. Certain kid would dry. Certain kid would clean upstairs. Certain kid would clean downstairs. Certain kid would empty the garbage. Certain kid would feed the dog. Yeah. We had to, and we kept track. We had these little puppy dog. We had these little puppy dogs on hooks, and with the doghouse on the end. So if a kid did something wrong, he ended up in the doghouse.
Yeah. Love it.
So we grew up with a lot of discipline.
I remember my friends' parents used to yell at us. Like I had a group of 3 sisters that lived down the street from me, or road from me. And then there were 3 siblings in another house and 2 others in another house. And all of their parents treated us all the same. Like, we're their kids. So when I would go over to their house, they would yell at me just like they yelled at everybody else.
You were a channel changer remote just like every other kid were.
Yeah. So we would, so the 3 sisters, they had a schedule with their mom, just like you were saying, Patricia. Mm-hmm. And they would always try to get out of their turn to do the dishes. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
But, so we got yelled at a lot. And I would always go in the kitchen and say, come on, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Because I was so scared of their mom.
Yeah.
But, kids.
Yeah.
Doing the dishes is not nearly as bad as cleaning up after the dog. I'm just saying. How much rather do the dishes. But we grew up with skills, So it's good for kids to know how to do things.
Life skills, yeah.
And to realize that sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do.
Yeah. And every time there's a project, there's cleanup after it.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I mean it was cool. And we would see, we would see our parents do their work, and so we were taught, well, kids have to work too. I think my dad used to say something like, "No, I forget. Like if you don't work, you don't get fed." I forget. He had some clever phrase. I forget. I have to ask my sister if she remembers. But yeah, we had to pull our own weight. That's for sure. Or we supposedly wouldn't be fed. But of course, we never found out what would happen if we didn't do the work. We always did it.
That's how you rolled.
Absolutely.
Well, granddaughter got her first haircut yesterday, and they took a video at the hairdressers. I don't have the link or I'd show you.
Did she cry or
no?
Did
Zuzu she was a happy camper. She had a lollipop in her mouth, and they were playing music. So she was kind of dancing along to the music, which I'm sure made the haircut process a little bit of a challenge. Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Instead of, holding still like you and I would do, she's dancing away.
Oh. Well, that's cute. That's really cute.
Yeah.
So what's on your schedule for the weekend? Anything in Washington State happening?
I started working on a water feature yesterday. Got the hole dug. Got we have a little stack of stones. Somebody drilled a hole through all of them so the water will pump up and comes out the top, like a little bird bath. Birds loved it when we had it in the coast.
Okay.
And so there's this, it looks like a well. These stones are stacked up, but it was I thought was full of rocks. Well, the sharp rocks are just on the top, like 2 or 3 inches on the top. And then it was sand underneath that. So I kept digging, and I found black plastic in there. So it was a water feature at one time. So I went over to Home Depot, my home away from home. And at Home Depot, they have what's called the liner, the plastic liner.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. And I got 6 millimeter thick. And I doubled it and put it in there.
Nice.
Put that stone feature in there. Put the rocks back in the front. Now I got to finish lining the back. And the big challenge is electricity to run the pump. If I can't run the pump, it's not going to get filled up with water. I got to figure out.
I got you.
There's an outlet.
You know what I did years ago? I dug a square hole exactly 2 feet deep in the front yard. And the pool liner you're talking about, that rubber liner or plastic liner, I lined the hole with that. And then I made it square so that I could top it with boards.
Right.
And actually what I did, I was building planter boxes, raised bed boxes.
Okay.
And I went ahead and built a box and dug a 2 foot deep hole so that it would be like a 36-inch deep pool. So I lined it with the plastic liner.
Yeah.
And then filled it with water. And I have goldfish in there. I don't have any electricity or any pump.
Oh,
but there's enough, there's enough water and movement and stuff.
Now, did you have plants in the thing too?
Yeah, I have a water lotus and some little floating things.
Yeah. That's going to give off oxygen for the fish. Then that's good.
Yeah, it's really cool. I don't know why more people don't do that. You just dig a hole, line it with the liner, and throw some water in there and get some fish. Like fish only cost like 10 cents or a quarter.
Yeah, my yard guy, Ray, we were talking, and he's got a pond at his house, and he's got what's called koi. Those are like big carp.
Oh, those are big, expensive fish.
He's got one koi. He said that weighs 30 pounds.
Not surprised.
Just huge. Yeah, they're just Godzilla size.
If I had a koi, he'd take up the whole darn pond. Yeah.
Right.
Because I said that it's 24 inches down, 36 with the added box.
Right.
But it's only 24 inches across. It's a square.
So a 30-pounder, he'd have to go diagonal. he'd
Yeah.
never be able to turn around. He'd just have to sit in one spot.
He wouldn't be very happy. But the little goldfish I have in there, they're fine. They're fine. I tried to name them, but I couldn't. I realized I couldn't tell them apart. So I merely called them the
Now
the count.
that's you know,
I count-
there's a straight
I call
line
them-
there.
Well, let me
You
finish.
realize-
I call them the Count Basie Orchestra, since I couldn't name each individual fish. Yeah.
So Pat, are you saying that they all look alike?
Well, they don't actually, but I still can't
Okay.
tell them apart.
Okay.
There's a couple of them they're different shades of like gold,
Uh-huh.
but I still can't tell. You know, some are big, some are little.
Some are shiny, some are not so shiny. Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Prince. Prince? Can you hear me? Hi, Prince.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
you
can
heard
hear
me,
you.
right?
Yeah. He's going to
Prince.
show you his tail again.
Oh, turn your sound on.
Yeah, Jesse,
He was
you're muted.
looking for you. He heard his name.
Yeah.
I shouldn't do that because I don't want him to knock over your laptop.
He knocked over my electrolytes rain Boca Amino total body fuel.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
That
that's
sounds like
good.
it would be really hard to knock
That's-
over.
That stuff's good for you. We used to get those electrolyte replacement drinks when we were cutting firewood years ago. And then the kids' babysitter, her dad used to take
Because
bear
it,
hunting.
I'm
That
sorry.
was cute. That was cute.
And she said, all you have to do is get one of those gallon water coolers, you know, with a little push button thing on the bottom.
Mhm.
Take a lemon and a lime, slice them up, throw them in the water, and drink that. And we did that one day. That eliminated any sore muscles the next day. You know how you're stiff and sore
Okay.
from doing extracurricular activities.
Well, what about
sometimes?
cucumbers in water? That's delicious. But I don't know anything about electrolytes.
That I've
With the
heard
lime
of cucumber in water, but I've never drank it.
It's just very refreshing on a hot day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
Very
just adds a little flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to go on this tour that I was mentioning during the Bull City Hangout. I'm going to let's see if I can find it. Wait, because it starts at 11, and I might get some groceries as well.
And then
Let's
do the video on the groceries. Those are good.
Oh yeah, I have to do that. So I'm going to I love this name, Greater Harvest Pentecostal Holy Bible Church of God. So they're having a tour today. So I'm going
you'll be blessed just being there. I mean, even
just
if you
saying the
didn't
name,
get
I feel blessed.
just being that close to the building, you'll probably get divine intervention.
Exactly. And then on the way back, I'll stop by White Rock, or I might not get back in time for White Rock. I might get groceries at Jamaat Ibad Ar-Rahman on Fayetteville Street, because that starts at 2:00. So
Alrighty.
yeah. Are they still giving away food in your town, or are people pretty much bounced back where you live, Guy?
We don't know yet because we're so new. Darlene was saying just a couple of days ago, we need to go to the senior center or get some information on what's going on. And speaking of senior center, where we just moved from Walla Walla, the senior center down there.
Yeah.
On the 17th of the month, I don't expect you to jump in a plane and go flying. The 17th of the month, they're having strawberry waffles and sausage fundraiser.
Uh-oh. I might have to hop on a plane for that one.
Yeah. It sounds yummy. Waffles with strawberries and sausage and coffee and tea. They charge $7. And I don't know if it's all you can eat or if you just get one big mess of stuff. I suspect it's what your plate is full of. That's the deal.
Yeah, I would hope. I hate to see people.
Yeah, I copied that and put it onto where we used to live, the manufactured home park. I set up a newsletter on Facebook, and I keep asking, does somebody want to take this over? I don't live there anymore. I don't know what's going on. But I still put that fundraiser on there.
Yeah. Definitely check out your local senior center, because our
Oh, yeah.
local senior center downtown just reopened,
Yeah.
and they're serving lunch now, and they're starting up some programming. And in fact, I showed a little tour of it last week during Bull City Hangout, or 2 weeks ago. Can't remember, but yeah.
I know who, it's the Tri-Cities. We live in Kennewick, and I know where the go-to place is in Pasco, which is across the river, but that's not like in the hood. It's not where we live. So they probably would frown on us driving clear over there for eats or whatever.
Well, they might not if it's in the same county.
Well, yeah, it's in the same. You know what? I don't know.
That's probably fine.
No, it's not. It's not the same county.
Oh,
Pasco, Pasco across the Columbia River is in Franklin County. We're in Benton County.
Well, they might not then.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a senior center in Kennewick. We just got to find. If I just go to Google and say senior center near me, bazinga. Hey, you got to go to your. You got to go to that thing.
Yeah, some senior citizens give away groceries and bread and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Right. The dance card is full. You got to go, and I will talk with you next time I talk with you, Jesse. Come back again next Saturday. Be there, be square. It's one of those come as you are, stay in the car.
Is there anything else you wanted to say, Jesse? Because I know Guy's leaving, but I do hope you have a great weekend. And tell Prince and Brutus hello. Yeah. Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Thank you. You remembered Brutus. God bless you.
Yeah.
All right, Guy. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. It's lovely to see you.
Okay, you take care. Okay.
Thank you.
See you, Guy. See you, Jesse.
Adios.
Okay, bye-bye.
Now, where's my...
He's looking for the button. I graciously let him out. Okay, so that is it for Bull City Hangout. Just know that, again, let me check my notes. They'll be giving away groceries today. Right now, in fact, let me just go to the original, go to my iPad. Because if you're in need, don't go hungry, please, because food is being given away. Let me find it. Jules Outreach at KIPP Charter School, and that is until noon, so you have another hour or so. They do say wear a mask and pop open the trunk if you have a car, and they'll place the groceries inside. And I think Holloway is served by, now there's a lot of construction near Holloway, so I won't even mention the bus. If you go down Holloway on the bus, you know which bus to take, but I'm not even sure about that area. There's a lot of construction around there. Anyway, until noon at KIPP Charter School. Also, White Rock, they'll start giving away groceries in just a few minutes from 11 until 1. White Rock Baptist Church on Fayetteville Street. And then Jamaat Ibad ar-Rahman, the Fayetteville Street Masjid across from Chicken Hut. And that's going to be this afternoon from 2 until 4. Again, do not forget, if you need help, the help is there. So that's it. Share this show so more people can find out what's happening this weekend in Durham. Share your information with me. I will show you my email address. It is durhamskywriter@gmail.com. So send me information. I would love it. And have a beautiful weekend. That's all I can really think of to say. I will be back at noon on Monday. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you then. Ciao for now.